my first video on YouTube. So welcome to my channel. And as you read by the title, I will be telling my story on how I found out I was pregnant at 17, or how, I don't know why I said was, I still am pregnant. And just my experience so far and just everything that has to do with pregnancy. Okay, I'm not 17 anymore. I was 17 when I found out. I'm currently 18. So how it started, it was the beginning of September. No, it wasn't. No, yeah, it was the middle of September, and I was waiting for my period to come, and I was like, it's really late. And usually me and my boyfriend like always have scares. Like, we're always like, let's go get a pregnancy test. So this time, since I was so used to like being late all the time, I was like, oh, 2 or 3 days is fine, like it'll just come tomorrow or something. And my boyfriend also was like, yeah, it's normal, like this always happens to you. But then day 5 came, and I was like, okay, I've never been this late. And I told him, and he was still like, I still don't think so, because I had already done like a prank on him, because I was like, oh yeah, look at this pregnancy test, it's positive, like we're having a baby. And I was like, when I was 16. So he was already like, no, I don't believe you. So when I was telling him, like, I really think like there's like, something's different, like I knew like my period had no sign of coming. Usually like my boobs get like sore and like I break out, but I wasn't. And I was like, and also I was eating a lot, like I was craving a lot of things that I like never craved, like more than usual. And so finally he was like, okay, no, finally I was like, okay, we need to go to the store and buy a pregnancy test. So that's what we did. It was actually during our lunch, because we're seniors, so it was during our lunch, and we had lunch passes to go out during lunch. So we went to Target, because it was like 2 minutes down the street from my school. And we got I made him go inside and get the test, because I didn't want to go with him. I was like, no. So he was taking a while, and I don't think he was like knowing what to do. So, because I told him to go through self-checkout, and the times before I've always made him like go by himself, because I don't want to go and be like, oh yeah, I'm really young and I might be pregnant. But so yeah, he was at self-checkout and he was taking a long time. So I called him on FaceTime and I was like, where you at? You're taking forever. And so I just went inside to find him, and he was at self-checkout, and I was like waiting kind of like by the snack area that they have in there, because they have like ices and like stuff inside that Target by the doors to exit. And then I see my mom. Yeah, my mom was at Target, and I was like, oh, hi mom. She's like, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be at school? I was like, oh yeah, I'm just buying Robert's over there buying chips. We're buying chips. And I was still on FaceTime with Robert, and I was like, Robert, my mom's here, like look at her. And he good thing he got a bag, because you have to buy bags in California. So good thing he bought a bag to put it inside of. And I was like, look Robert, say hi to my mom, because his name's Robert, just so he would know that, oh look, my mom is here, so you better like think fast. And then my mom was like, oh okay. So she gave me like $5, because I was like, mom, can I get like $5? No, I didn't ask her for it. She was just like, here's $5 for lunch. And we went to the snack area, and we bought like this little Domino's pizza, like the heat up ones that they do it in the microwave. So we did that. I cannot catch my breath, hold on a second. So we did that, we bought the pizza, my mom left, and we went to school. And I was like, okay, like I want to take it right now, because like I was already anxious. I was like, okay, this might be real. So I was like, oh, let's take it right now. So I went to the bathroom and I took it and I put it in my backpack, and I got out of the bathroom. Robert was waiting outside for me, and it was like, I got lunch and I ate it, and I was like, okay, let's check it now. And then it was just one line. So I was like, okay, maybe we're not pregnant. Maybe I'm not pregnant. Maybe it's just like a really, really late period. Sorry if I keep looking around. I'm just like trying to like think of what happened, because it was like 20 weeks ago. Just kidding, it wasn't 20 weeks. It was like, I don't even remember where it was, when it was, because like, you know how like they count like your beginning of your pregnancy, like the last time you had your first period. Obviously it wasn't then, because yeah, you get it. So we looked at it. It was negative. And I was like, okay. The bell rang. I was like, oh, and then he walked me to class. And then I get to class, and like towards the end of class, I looked at it again, and it was still like 1 line. So I was like, we're safe. We're safe. And then we went home. Or no, he checked it again in the car when out, because I drove us to school and I drove us back home to school, and he would always come over after school. So he checked it again when we got home, or not when we got home, we got in the car. It still was negative, so I was like, why you keep looking at it like it's negative? And then so we were just like, cool, like we were just going home. We were just gonna do things that we do at home, like watch a movie or whatever, eat. And so when I got home, I was gonna take the pregnancy test and like throw it in the trash. But then I looked at it, and it had a second line, and I was like, and it wasn't even faint. It was like there. It was there. And I started screaming, like I was laughing. I didn't expect to have that reaction. I was laughing. I was like, oh my gosh, look. I showed it to him. I was like, look. And he was like, he thought I was lying because I did the prank on him before. So he was just like looking at me. He's like, why are you like acting like that? Because I was like laughing, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I was being super loud. Like I was expecting, if I ever found out I was pregnant at such a young age, I would think I was gonna cry or have a totally different reaction than I did. Sorry, I keep having to burp, but it's not coming out. Okay, so yeah, his reaction was questioning my reaction. So then since he thought it was a prank, he told me to take the second test because it came with 2. So I took the second test, and I peed on it, and I set it down, and I just cleaned up, flushed the toilet, and then I looked at it, and I was like, this one came really fast. That test came like a minute after I took it. So that's when I knew, like, okay, because at first I thought the first one was like a glitch or something, because it wasn't loading for a long time. And for it to just pop up like an hour and a half later positive, like that's weird. And so when I saw this one, I was like more calm, but I was like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I kept saying that, and I was like freaking out. I wasn't sad. That's the one thing that I wasn't. I was not sad. And that's when he finally believed it. He was like, he was really supportive. He was like, we're gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna get a job. We could do this. Like, we're almost out of high school. Well, we were not almost out of high school. We were almost out of high school because we were seniors, but the school year had just begun. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, how am I gonna tell my mom? And then how am I gonna tell my dad? I've always told him that, like, if I ever get pregnant, like, I'm not worried about telling my parents, like, that I live with. I'm more worried for my dad because, like, I'm a daddy's girl, kind of, because my parents are separate. I was always a daddy's girl, and even when I visit him, he still like treats me like I'm a daddy's girl, so that's what I am. So that's why I was scared. And he's like a really Mexican dad, I feel like, but not really, but he is. And my mom's more like chill about things like that I thought. I was like, how are we gonna tell our parents? And then it was already getting later, and I had to take him home. So I was like, you're gonna have to tell somebody. Like, I cannot finish this day and not have anybody know. So I was like, you're gonna have to tell somebody, and you should probably tell your stepmom, because his stepmom and his dad, those are the people that he lived with or lives with, and his grandparents. So I was like, you have to tell your stepmom. I didn't want to tell my parents yet because I wanted to have like somebody else's opinion and reaction first, just so I wasn't like alone. Like, I didn't have to make the first like move, like telling parents. Sorry, I'm so like, it's really late. Anyways, I usually go to bed at like 10, 11 latest. So he went home and told his stepmom. He actually called me on FaceTime when he told her, because I wanted to hear what she would say. And then she was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, no. And then he said that she was like getting teary-eyed or emotional about it, because I couldn't see that, but he said that's what she was looking like. And then he told her that he knew, because when we did it, he asked me like, oh, are you on the pill? Because I was taking birth control, but I had ran out. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not on the pill, so keep that in mind. And he still did it anyways. So he knew what was happening. He did it himself. And his stepmom had told him before, like, oh, you want to be careful, because like, what if she misses a day or like forgets? And that's what she said. She was like, why wouldn't you believe her when she told you she wasn't on the pill? And then he was like, I thought she was just kidding. Okay, what the heck? I told you I wasn't on the pill. Like, why would I lie about that? So yeah, he told his stepmom, and then she was like, yeah, she had that reaction. And then sorry about that interruption, my phone died. Anyways, so when he told his stepmom, at the very end, he was like, you guys should go. She told him that we should go to like a doctor's office and get actually tested to see if we're really like truly like officially pregnant. So that's what we did the next day. I think we did that. No, we did it 2 days after he told her. And then so we did that, and they confirmed. We went in there, and I was scared because I'm like a teenager, like no parents. We're just walking up in there into an OB office like by ourselves, and it was quiet, and I was like, I need a pregnancy test. And then I took it. They came back, said it was positive, gave me a certificate. I already knew like it was official, because the pregnancy test we took was clear blue, and those are usually really accurate. So I was already like in the mindset of like, oh, okay, we're pregnant. So after we found out officially from the doctor's office, he went home and told his grandparents. I'm not really sure how their reaction was. We were on FaceTime, but I can't really remember. So we told his grandparents, and then I told him, like, can you come over so we could tell my mom and my stepdad? But I forgot that my stepdad was going to a concert that night, but I still wanted to tell my mom. So he came over, and then my aunt came over, because I had texted her, like, I texted my aunt because I was really scared, and I didn't know how to tell my mom. I was like, can you help me? Like, I want to tell you something, and I'm just gonna say it. I'm pregnant, and I need your help telling my mom. So she came over that night, the same night that Robert came over, to tell my mom. And I texted my mom, when you're done showering the kids, can you come to my room? Because she usually showers them and puts them in bed, and then she just has like free time. And then she came to my room immediately after that text. The kids were in the shower, and she came to my room, and she was like, what do you need to tell me? Like, tell me right now. I was like, no, it's fine, like, it's gonna take a while, like, the kids are in the shower, I'll tell you after. And she was like, no, like, you just texted me that, like, now it's gonna be in my mind, just tell me. And I was like, I paused for a big minute, and I looked at Robert, and Robert already knew he had to say something, so Robert just blurted it out. He was like, Brianna missed her period, and we went to the doctor's office, and she's pregnant. My mom was quiet for like a few seconds, and then she went out, and she was like, I don't have time for this right now, I'll talk to you guys later. And then she went back to shower the kids, and hours had passed, like 2 hours, and we thought she was gonna come back and talk to us, but she went downstairs in the garage to talk to my aunt. And my aunt had told her, because we were supposed to tell her together, but I just told her without my aunt. And we went down, me and Robert went down there after a few hours, and she was like, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So I took Robert home. I was like, we just waited all that time for us to talk to for her to talk to us tomorrow. But whatever, it wasn't a big deal. And she told my stepdad, she texted him because he was at the concert, so she texted him. And they talked to us the next day, and they were just like, what you guys did was an adult thing, so you're gonna be treated like an adult now. You guys are gonna have to like deal with this yourselves, but we'll still be here to support you in things you can't do for yourselves. So Robert got a job, and yeah, that's pretty much it. He's still saving money for the baby, but we have stuff here. And then my closet, by the way, because I don't know, but that's the baby stuff right there. She has more stuff in the store right here, but maybe I'll do that in another video. But yeah, so that's how I found out and how I told my parents. So right now, today actually was my last day of school forever. So it was the first semester. It was the first semester of school that I found out I was pregnant, or I am pregnant. So I still had school to do, so I finished off the semester. But I also talked to my counselor. I was like, I want to graduate early because the baby's due in June. And I'm not, like, babies can come before or after the due date. So I didn't want to, like, have the baby and then just be stuck at the end with, like, not going to school and then I end up not graduating or something. So I just wanted to graduate early because I only had one more class to take the next semester and then I was done. So I was like, just give me the class now in the first semester and I'll just be done in December. That's what I did. It's January right now and I barely finished because it was like an online class that I had to do on top of the classes I already had last semester. So I still needed a little extra time, so I finished it today, the class. So I'm done with school. I enrolled in college already. A community college is right across the street. But yeah, and Robert's still in school because he's just gonna finish out high school regularly. And yeah, that was the story of my 17 and pregnant. Of me being 17, pregnant, and finding out I'm pregnant. Oh my gosh, I worded that so stupidly. Anyways, that's the video. Sorry if I'm like really like seem like I'm out of breath. I am, because I just ran up the stairs like to record this video really fast because I don't know why. But I've been trying to catch my breath this whole video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to help somebody like tell their parents, or if you guys are in the same situation as me, like comment down below. We could talk, we can become friends, because I have no friends. Not because I became pregnant, but just because I just lost friends in high school. You know the deal. Anyways, thank you for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe, because I will be posting updates and maybe like another story time of my boyfriend's version of his experience with pregnancy. And yeah, by the way, I'm 20 weeks. I didn't mention that, but yeah, I'm 20 weeks now, halfway done. But yeah, thank you guys, and hope you enjoyed.